Hello, digital engagers. Welcome to Module 9, which is going to feel very, very fine because it's where you quote unquote meet your mentor for the second time. But the way that you're going to meet, we're on spring break, is all of you, you're going to put your information in on March 28th, right by then, and then people are going to be responding back to you. Maybe me, it may be somebody else, because we have other mentors working for this. But before we get to that, so you all for module 7 and even into module 8, you're picking up on all of these different concepts of the best practices when we're trying to get people to civically engage, right? This is that next step of not just using online platforms for social networking, but allowing people to do something that works for a civic engagement, right? Works for a service. So your preheat that you did in module 7 about who you would want to link together, first of all, were fascinating. A lot of mental health connections, right? Which the overall message there is everyone should have a mental health component to whatever they're doing in school, in a job, doesn't matter. You get in mental health. If you haven't checked out, you will. This is it started 2 years ago. But it's a whole organization of where even if you're moving states, because you know how you may have a therapist, but if you move state, they can't treat you. They take it into a global network. So that way, no matter where you're at, you can stay with your therapist and you don't have to break those bonds. But I digress. But lots of things in this idea of Tulane students, the community. Other people are picking up on artists at Tulane and computer scientists, right? This interdisciplinary connection. And the great part is, so you all were looking at all of these different, organizations and people and entities to put together. And it really, really also mirrored in your best practices activity that you did. Because in that activity, what I saw and what I read when you looked at the COVID Act now, or when you also just assessed those best practices document, it was idea that there needs to be collective collaboration, which wouldn't the world be a better place if we did have collective collaboration rather than dictatorship, right? And so all of you in your different solutions that you offered, you looked into these facts of diversity, right? That came up a lot. Also, this collaboration. And so those were the effective practices, open sourcing, all of these. And then you, of course, applied this when you're looking at COVID Act now. So we're going to keep this in mind all the way through moving forward, right? And all the projects and anything you do with community and digital worlds. And so that brings us to what are you actually doing? So obviously, I'm going to put this module up early, as you know, because you're in it right now. And all of you, except for the social media, which I'll get to you. So all of you now have a discussion post that you're putting up by March 28th. So I've added the points into it. The thing is, this will be part of your final community project grade. Even though it says 20 points right now, that's going to be filtered into your final grade. So don't get too connected to that 20 points because it's going to go in that 50% grade for your actual overall project. All right. But each of these, the discussion post, obviously you're only doing the one of the group that you're in. I have the directions there, and then you will just see Camille's on it, right? And then you go ahead and put it in the thread below. Okay. And that's your meet your mentor, because then people will respond back to this. They all may come through my account though, because they don't have a Tulane account. So it might be me, but it might be somebody else using my name. What is the world of reality in digital world? All right. So each of you will have one of these discussion posts. Fundraising rationale. This is also linked in the announcement I set out yesterday, which was Tuesday, the 22nd. All right. But if you want to go through discussions, then you've got content creation, media archiving, content curation. And obviously that was development fundraising. Now, if you are the social media group, if you're not the social media group, you can leave. You don't have to listen to anymore. And I will see you back after spring break. Have a wonderful spring break. Now, social media, you all are doing the different memes, right? You're coming up with the templates. So you are going to actually put those on Via Nola V. So you have to actually know, how do I put my work into Via Nola V? So you have to sign up under our class link, which is, I'm going to go to the homepage first because that's where it's at. So where it says important links and information, our Via Nola V class link, you have to sign up under this. Otherwise, you won't be under the umbrella of the class. You should have done this in module 3, but just in case you didn't, that is where you have to sign up. All right. Otherwise, you're going to be in an entire cyber existence with literally thousands upon thousands of other writers. And to find you, I won't be able to. All right. So you have to sign up under that link. And then I opened up module 11, and this will walk you through step by step of how to put your work on VNLV. All right. So what you'll see is I have at the opening of this module, I have an entire video explanation. So if you just want to watch it through a video, but I also know that some people learn Bex through text. So I also broke down every single step of it and with pictures and with explanations of what you're going to do. Okay. So you'll put yours up. The things you don't have to worry about, you don't have to put an excerpt in, you don't have to have a featured image. You just have to make sure you have the title, which I tell you what title to put in. You have to put in your memes all in one post. Don't make 5 different or 12 different posts. Put them all in one post. And then, which is basically like adding a photo. Then you need to tag it with the badge via Nola V. Then you need to put in the tags. You can just do hashtag digital civic engagement spring 2022, your name. Those can be your tags. You don't have to worry about the category. And then just make sure in the publish box, you have to save it. It'll say draft, click draft, and then it's going to give you a pull down menu. And you have to save as pending review. If you don't save as pending review, it doesn't go to me. All right. Again, this is all in this step by step, and it's also in the video. So watch those videos. Okay. As always, let me know if you all have questions. Thank you. And by the way, you only have 2 more modules after this, and then you have your community project final and you're done. All right. I will talk to you all next week. Have a great spring break. Bye.